Good evening, everyone. Late Night Mega here, and tonight we're going to do another traditional draft of Crimson Vow, so let's jump right into it. I'm still trying to get maybe a consistent schedule. I'm thinking like 2 to 3 drafts a week uploading on the channel. I'm not fully sure what days, if I want to do like Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Sunday, and then I do want to do like something midweek, either like Tuesday or Wednesday, most likely. Just kind of space things out a bit. And again, I don't know how long that's going to continue either, but I mean, I still have gems, I still have coins. I'm no longer like doing the daily, like the daily 4 wins for coins. Arena has just kind of been a lot to keep up with, and you know, if Arena was the only thing I was doing, it would be fine. But I do want to play other games for this channel. As you can see, if you check out the playlist section of the channel. So yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find like a balance between Arena and my other recording, and still maybe do a bit of both. So we'll see how that goes. I'm probably just going to cut until we get to the actual draft field, because it seems to be taking a while to find people who want to do traditional drafts. Okay, there we go. My goodness. And we start off with, I've only got one of that mythic, but I don't really care to play that mythic. So I wouldn't mind playing a Bleed Dry, which I think is going to be my pick here. Usually I wouldn't advocate, you know, picking a common over a mythic if you're trying to complete the set or whatever, but I don't think I really care if I get a playset of Cultivator Colossus or not. I'm not necessarily going for set completion, so we'll take the Bleed Dry here, which is a pretty easy pick once you look past the mythic. If it was any other mythic, I would, well, I don't know if I want to say that about any other mythic, but most any other mythic. You know, a mythic I would like to play in draft that I've gotten wrecked by a few. So someone took like a bomb rare or a mythic, which is fine. We're going to take the second Bleed Dry because it goes with our first Bleed Dry. The Purifier is not a bad pick, though I've played white-black in this format a couple times before, and I just find that it has difficulty punching through a board. I've even had like a white-black deck with like, it had 1 or 2 Bleed Dries, and I kid you not, 3 Heroes Downfalls. And every game I had with the deck, win or lose, it would come to both players would have less than 10 cards in their deck by the time the game was done. It was very grindy and very slow. It had a hard time getting through anything with I had Fleeting Spirits too. It had a hard time just getting through anything with 3 or more more than 3 toughness or more than 3 power. Of course, I say that and look at the stuff here. I know we just passed a Purifier. There's a small chance it could come back to us. I don't think I want to pick Rot-Tide or Ghastly Ritual as my third pick, so it's either going to be the Skull Scab. I've kind of had enough of blue-black lately. Maybe I will give white-black another try. I don't mind the Twin Blade Geist, and maybe we can pick up a Traveling Minister later. It is a common, so it's not completely unlikely that we would be seeing it again. I'm not totally married to the white after that, so I mean, giving Double Strike to either of these could be good. I'm not going to pick the Waltzer here, and I don't think, yeah, I don't even need to pick that. I think I'll take the Falconwrath Celebrant, since Black-Red is kind of like the S-tier deck to be in this limited format. And so we'll pick up the Celebrants, we'll see if we can go into it. If not, you know, we've got 2 Bleed Dries. We can do something with them, I'm sure. So I think we can maybe go into it. There's also the Traveling Minister here. If I don't want to go red-black, I could easily pick up the Traveling Minister. It goes great with the Twin Blade Geist. So I guess the question is Twin Blade Geist and Traveling Minister better than Falconwrath Celebrants? And I'd probably be picking the Villager here. I do like the Menace, and Black-Red can just have a ton of Menace creatures. You know, I'm going to pick this on the off chance that the Markov Purifier might come back to us. And here, well, suddenly we don't have anything red going on. That rare does not count, because it's kind of garbage, which is why no one has picked it, and it's pick 6. So I do like... Undying Malice can be okay. I do like Kindly Ancestor here, especially if we're going to get, you know, our Markov Purifier back. Alright, so here... Griff Rider's a playable card. Piercing Light is also pretty decent. Could take the Grisly Ritual. I wouldn't mind having one of those, but I think I'd rather go for either a Piercing Light or a Griff Rider. Let's take the Flyer. Maybe because if I'm going white-black, you know, Flyers can help me punch through. Grisly Rituals can help me punch through, too. Shield Basher. I can probably find a Shield Basher. I have hard times finding removal. I gotta take some black stuff here. Purish Blade Trainee is not bad. I don't need to take a second Griff Rider this early. We did not get the Markov Purifier back, by the way. So let's see. Flame Breather, Epicure, Apprentice Sharpshooter. I haven't been paying much attention to the red cards, have I? Sanctify for our sideboard. And here we have a Heron Blessed Geist or a Shield Basher. I like the Flyers, especially since we're kind of leaning more towards the top end. I'm going to take the Heron Blessed Geist there. A Nurturing Presence. We could play that. I mean, it generates a Flyer for us. Oh my. We had to have a Hero's Downfall with a good rare. This only counts as zombies, and this would only be my first zombie. So I honestly think I picked the Hero's Downfall here. I also wouldn't mind playing Dormant Grove sometime, but we just have so much removal in black that I can't possibly ignore it all. Point of discussion, I would like some card draw here for the deck we're building. You know, lots of spot removal, kind of want some more card draw to kind of fuel that. The knife would also be fairly reasonable, but we can probably pick one of those up later. Or I could pick up a second Heron Blessed Geist. I wouldn't mind running a couple of those. But I think we're pretty much not doing the red-black thing here. And now we have... now we've got some choices to make. The Innocent Traveler can be another Flyer. We have Desperate Farmer. We have Courier Bat. How much life gain? We got a couple life gain stuff already. So the Courier Bats could become useful. I think I'll take the Innocent Traveler, though. it can kind of put people in rough spots, especially like once it's flipped, it can help train the Griff Rider. And if opponent has a human, it can really help train the Griff Rider. So it kind of goes right along with our flying plan. And there's a Flame Blast Bolt. There's also a Rot-Tide Gargantua. I think we're so far off from the red-black thing. Could also just grab an Evolving Wilds here. Could easily be some things I could sack, though. I wouldn't mind a Rot-Tide for our top end. We're kind of building a good top end. We need more 2 mana. Well, got a few 2 mana or less creatures. I'd say we're doing pretty good with our curve right now. Yeah, this does not look horrible. Okay, so the uncommon here, Archghoul of Thraben. I think that's going to be the pick. I mean, we can put the card into our graveyard. If you don't put you may put it into your graveyard, so it's totally a May effect. So yeah, not a horrible thing at all. We have a Ragged Recluse here. We haven't picked up a knife yet. We've got a couple blood token things. There's the Cigar to Summons, which I don't think I'm taking the Cigar to Summons. We'll take this on the chance that I get some more blood token stuff, because we are in black. I like that over the Mind Leech Ghoul. Innocent Traveler, a rare, a Kindly Ancestor. I do like having multiple Kindly Ancestors. Gluttonous Guest is also not a terrible card to have, especially since I do have the 2 Ragged Recluse. I'm going to take the Gluttonous Guest here. Militia Rallier could be a playable card along our curve, and here I can take the knife. Could also take Wedding Invitation. I don't think we don't really have a lot of vampires. We'll take the knife. Vampire Slayer or Grisly Ritual. We could play a second Grisly Ritual. I'll grab the Vampire Slayer, though, in case we need the 2... Wow, that came back. Okay. There's a Shield Basher that's feasible to play, a Vampire's Kiss that we're probably not playing, and a Geralf that we're probably... There's really nothing in this pack for us. Look at all of these blue cards. This is the blue pack. I guess I just rare draft this over picking a second Heron Blessgeist or Adamant Will. Who knows, if we get a... if we get an Evolving Wilds, I might be able to splash it. But I also wouldn't mind taking the Drug Skull Infantry here. At all. I think that's a little bit better than the Splash. The Splash is not needed. Although with all these double black cards, Evolving Wilds could be nice. We're almost getting to the point where we're going to have to start cutting some of this stuff. Oh, there's an Abrade. We're going to take the Wedding Security here, though. It's a nicer 5-drop, and we've got some blood token synergies to go with it now. Especially the knife. How many creatures do we have? 16? We've got 7 non-creatures. This is actually This is a pretty playable deck as it is. But of course, we like having more removal. I think here the Militia Rallier goes, because it can't attack alone. And 1 is the loneliest number, and... Hello, mass removal. Because we don't have enough of that. Although I would love to have the Heron of Hope and the Diregraph Scavenger in this deck as well, in the order of by invitation only Scavenger Heron. But clearly that's not happening when we have this. This also might be like my 5th copy of that, so I might be getting some gems after. There's nothing in this pack for us. So we just rare draft this crap rare, and then I don't have to see it in any more packs that I open of Crimson Vow. So it's a win-win. I still ended up getting 3 rares out of this draft. Granted, 2 of them are not in my colors. Oh wait, do I need to take another card out? Well, I do, because I just put in more removal. This could even be potentially a card we play. I'm not interested in this guy. I've run him before. Never even got him to transform. Okay, we're white-black removal deck at this point. Nothing here is even going to be played. So we'll grab whatever. Grab Specimen. Wow. You guys think red might be open? Just a little bit based on that pack? There's some very playable red cards there. I mean, I'm not in any of these colors. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay. So this is definitely a more controlling style of deck. I don't think we need the Rot-Tide Gargantua. And the Shield Basher, I think, is kind of a reasonable card to try and punch through some stuff. I don't think we need Nurturing Presence, because we're not that heavy on creatures. Now we only have to make 1 more cut. And we have our main deck. The heck do I even cut? And don't anybody say removal. I only have 15 creatures, so let's do this. So we're not cutting any creatures. Well, we're either cutting a creature, or we're cutting removal. Maybe the Unholy Efficient. It could become relevant, though, the longer the game goes on, which, given, you know, all of this, the game is probably going to go on for a while. Or I could cut the Ceremonial Knife. The knife could help train my Lone Griff Rider and Lone Parish Blade training. I think I like the knife too much with all this stuff and the flyers and all that. So it's probably on the creature side. I mean, we've met our quota for the 2-drops. So on the creature side, it's probably between the Unholy Efficient, because it's going to take a long time for that to become relevant anyways, Or on the non-creature side, it could be like the pointed discussion. Or the grizzly Richard. No, we're not cutting removal. We're not cutting. Look at this. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spot removal and a mass removal. We're not cutting any of that. Look at that. And if we find that removal is not good for whatever insane reason, then we can, sideboard some removal out. I think 9/8 is the way we want to go here because most of our double costing stuff is black, especially at the 3 mana level. Though a lot of our early drops are white, but it's something we'll have to live with. Oh, speaking of things I'm not going to. We gotta, make that the card here, and let's get. Yeah, I'm in a Killian kind of mood because we're gonna be killing all their creatures. Another thing that happened today is when I logged in. Well, I logged in and I got like some wild cards from stuff that got banned, but I also logged out and I ended up logging back in a second time because I was like just checking the shop and whatnot at that point. I logged in again and for some reason I received 3 alchemy packs. I don't know why. They just logged in and they're like, hey, here's 3 alchemy packs, claim them. I'm like, okay. Maybe Wizards is just getting desperate for trying to get people to play alchemy, and they're just desperately trying to push it. So they're like, here, have some free packs because, this concept of rebalancing cards is not working out as well as we had hoped. I don't know. I don't really know the numbers on how popular alchemy is. It's just, I don't like the concept of all these rebalanced cards. Okay, so we have 2 fierce discussions. If we get a swamp, we can play the pointed discussion. It's a slow hand, but I mean, I can kill 2 of their things. No, I can't kill Blood Fountain. Oh, that's a card I didn't get. It was Blood Fountain. Well, that card's gross. Well, I can't really play pointed discussion now. That thing has to go. Goodbye. Welcome to my removal. Do you have an Undying Malice? That's okay. They could actually get that back, and I don't even have a Diregraph Scavenger to exile that. Discarding a Pyre Spawn, and there's a Bloodtide Harvester. I mean, that thing can sack and kill anything, so we may as well just let it do its thing if that's what they want to do. It also dies to Flame Blast Bolts. I'm probably going to sideboard that out, because I don't want to have a 4 mana card that dies to Flame Blast Bolt in my main deck here. When our opponent is playing Flame Blast Bolt. Okay, so they are... they're dropping their removal. I'm play pointed discussion. Why not? There's just 2 removal decks at this point. Oh, hey, look, I got this. Oh, hey, look, I don't have a second black to play the Wedding Security. Come on, I've got 9 swamps. And you've given me 5 of my 8 planes. Are you going to kill this too? Oh, you are going to kill that too. Okay. Oh, hey, there we go. Do I risk? Because if they get another card that gives them a blood token, they could totally kill my wedding security with that. But if I also don't do anything, they can also just threaten to bring stuff back. So I think I gotta go for this. I've also been kind of aggressively using their blood tokens. If they kill our wedding security, I'll just use my blood token on the planes. Nothing says I have a sure strike like this. Weary Prisoner. That's a card you can play. And that is a card I can play. I could also just go big here, which I feel is not the worst idea. Because they've only got one red open now. If they had removal, they would have played it last turn. But now, like, this guy's not going to flip if I just pass without casting anything. Yeah, we're going to sack that draw card. And I can play this Swamp and have Downfall and Retribution open. Rot Tide. Okay, here we go. So what we want to do is, while that's on the stack, we're going to kill that. So now if they exploit and sack a thing, they don't actually get to kill our stuff. Is our opponent aware that that's how that works? Okay, they are aware of it. We gotta get another creature before they buy that back. But we're gonna be putting a lot of pressure on our opponent now. I'm not so sure you can do that. Well, I mean, clearly they can, but... we're gonna have to, yeah, this could be an issue. Thing's gonna flip. I don't mind if it flips, honestly. And that thing has to attack. Yeah, this is not lethal, Mr. Opponent. Undying Malice just brings it back tapped. I have lethal on them next turn. And if they have a sure strike, I have Bleed Dry. Bleed Dry. Told you I had it. This is white-black removal.deck. I didn't want to have to use it on him, but okay, what's your final card? Or, well, your final card could still be anything because of the blood token. Opponent looking for a chump blocker. Did you get something? No, they did not. Whew. Okay, so they have Flame Blessed Bolt. They're also black-red. They have some vampire things, so I think that's safe to bring in. Shield Basher is safe to take out. Sanctify might be safe to bring in, even. all my stuff here dies to Flame Blast Bolt. Uh, bring in the Sanctify to blow up their Blood Fountain. Cut them off from those shenanigans. That doesn't seem completely unreasonable. I just don't know where I'd put it, especially being on the draw here. I could put it in place of that. Nah, we're not taking out removal. They've got a lot of expensive stuff. Maybe I should put the Rot Tide. Well, you're still playing Lacerate Flesh and whatnot. I'll be happy with the Vampire Slayer. Ah, sure. Well, we're not lacking double black this time. And we're lacking double white. There's a Pyre spawn in your graveyard. Now we're not lacking double white. If our opponent wants to swing into that, that's fine. I'm not going to trade, because they'll get a thing back. I could be playing this right into a end the festivities, and that would be bad. Oh, an innocent traveler. Well, that's not very nice either. I don't have a way to flip that for a couple of turns. You can have that. I'll bleed dry it. I don't really want to spend bleed dry on that. They could also end up playing a Rot Tide here and sacking the Undead Butler. That might just be something I have to live with. We're going to hold off on the by invitation only. There's no reason to play that right now. There is a reason to not take 5 damage here, though. The reason is because 5 is kind of a lot. But up next we have the Heron Blessed Christ, and then Grizzly Ritual can give us some things to do that. Okay, that card is really slow, so I'm not worried about that. I mean, this is slow, grindy, white-black deck, so I can play this game. And if they start killing all my creatures... I think if they could have killed my creatures, like Flame Blessed Bolts would have been, or Braids would have been going at those. A Braid would be going at my Geist. If they want to attack me for 3, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We only have a few Disturb things that can make that flip. Oh, well, that's annoying. They don't have the, yeah, while they don't have the thing to... the mana up to be able to do that and give it indestructible, let's kill it. And then we get some blood tokens, which we can then use to flip these on a later turn, and then they become 3/3s. And they get out of that Flame Blessed Bolt range. And we also have Perish Blade Trainee, which doesn't get out of Flame Blessed Bolt range until it trains. It's probably more likely that our opponent's going to have like a Diregraph Scavenger and get rid of this Heron Blessed Geist before we get some enchantment we can use with it. Hey, I feel like I've seen that card before. Oh, and they have the knife. Oh, they're just going a little bit quicker than us. Murlocs, though. Not interested in giving them back their pyre spawn. Ugh. What do I even discard here? I guess it's gonna be the Traveling Minister, much as I don't want it to be. No, we got a good card anyways. No attacks, and now both of ours flip. We'll start gaining life back off of those triggers. We have a Fierce Retribution coming for this, so... That's another pyre spawn you have. That's kind of gross, Mr. Opponent. Oh, and now we sit here. Oh, and now I have a Hero's Downfall. Alright. I think the way we do this is we declare attacks first. I'm going into full control mode here. So we get that stuff. I want to resolve that. And then before blockers are declared, we're going to kill the pyre spawn. We're going to have to fight through this. This is going to be kind of tricky. Those pyre spawns. There's something else. I mean, they can block here, but then this becomes bigger. Yeah, I'm fine with that. And of course, if they kill off everything, then I have a board wipe. But I don't want to do that until after they've gotten something back with the butler. I feel like this is kind of a race they're currently winning, though. Yeah, well, that's fine. Desperate Farmer. I feel like I might have to not... I don't want to play the Fierce Retribution and by invitation only, so we'll let that go through. I'll block the Undead Butler next time if I have to. Okay, that's fine. Innocent Traveler. That can be a good follow-up to an empty board. So I think I'm going to hold back and just be like, oh no, Mr. Opponent, I don't have anything. Although, I don't know how well that's going to work, because they see I have a blood token and 3 cards in hand. Oh, that's even more rude. Well, how much damage am I going to be taking here? This is going to flip, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's too much damage. I'm going to have to use the Fierce Retribution here. Otherwise, the Pyre Spawn, when the Pyre Spawn comes out and dies, it'll just kill me. And I can't have that. So yeah, we gotta kill that. I don't think bringing in the Vampire Slayer was right here. I mean, I'd love to wait until they played their Pyre spawn, because I don't have any removal after this. But at the same time, I'm taking way too much damage if I don't. Yeah, they didn't see this in the first game. Okay, so there goes that. And I know you have a Pyre spawn coming up. I'm gonna sack this and maybe get something. Oh, they're gonna do the same thing. I think that just kills me. Because they get back Pyre spawn and swing in for 9. Tapped and attacking. Yeah, that's... Okay, so this is a black-red go big deck. Which means, yeah, we boarded against this incorrectly. We need to be coming in here. I also wonder if we should have the persistent specimen. I don't have any graveyard removal. I feel like we should have that. In place of maybe the gluttonous guest, because I can't sit around waiting for stuff if they're going to go that big. I'm almost thinking of putting the shield basher back in. But I just don't like that it's a 4-mana card that dies to Flame Blessed Bolt. And we know they have Bolt. Yeah, okay. I will just end up losing to Olivia, or I need to save a Bleed Dry for it. I have so many, like, 5 and 6 drops. But yeah, I'll keep this. We've got Recluses, we've got mana. Let's see what we can get done here. We've got Traveling Minister coming. And we've got our board wipe. What do you have, opponent? Blood Tithe Harvester. Yes, you do have that. Hey, look, I have another one. Hey, look, I have this too. So now I have something that I can sack to their, whatever piece of crap Gargantua. And I can bring it back. And I can sack it to my Gargantua. I wonder if our opponent wants to just trade off here. I mean, I can give them the option. They probably don't want to trade because they can actually flip that. Which is still human when it flips, so... Oh, they are going to trade it off. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, too. Because this kind of puts them in a tough spot. Because now if they play a creature... Well, I mean, they could not sacrifice it, but then I have a flyer. And I can also make use of this here, because I could sack one and make them sack a thing. Really? Okay. Which I could totally do that right now. But they still have 3 cards in hand. I'd rather get some more value. Would rather get more value out of it. Especially since we're kind of flooding out now. Hey, I feel like I've seen that card before. Oh, Grizzly Ritual. A great card for when I'm flooding out. I mean, heck. Yeah, that's not an instant effect, my friend. I might just let their thing live. And kill that. Because now I've got him on a 2-turn clock. And I've got my blood tokens for the Ragged Recluses. You're not going to have a flyer here. Oh, they're going to exile it. I mean, that's fine if they want to spend their mana doing that. I could also play their Rat-Tide Gargantua here. If they do that, they're not exiling my specimen. I'm just kind of focused on the 2-turn clock right now and trying to make that work. Seems like they've got some tough choices now. No, I guess it's not that tough a choice when you got, you know, freaking Olivia. Gee, I wonder what's coming back. Oh. To the surprise of nobody. Okay, well, what we need to do here then is attack for 5. 3. I mean, they're gonna sack that off anyways and kill this. I guess I may as well blow up the board now. Blow up the board. They still have 3 redraws. But otherwise they're bringing back multiple Blood Tithe Harvesters and Olivia. That's a nice deck. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get this here. We have a trainee that can't currently be trained. And I'm sure our opponent has, like... So that's why they're running this. So that way they can get into all their Pyre spawns and Rat-Tide Gargantua. So they have at least 2 Pyre spawns. Wow. Really? Well, we have tons of removal. Bleed Drive would be ideal here. Yeah, I mean, just keep playing Olivia until you win. Nothing wrong with that plan. There's a Fierce Retribution. I thought when you don't control a legendary... Oh, they had to sacrifice all at once. I mean, that's not going to train anything next turn. I may as well get... May as well get my Persistent Specimen back. Just don't cast any more legendary vampires. Another thing I can do is if they don't attack with Olivia, I can still Fierce Retribution it. But come on, it's Olivia. Yeah, now our opponent thinks our opponent's totally catching on that we're up to something. 2 cards in hand, 2 blood tokens, didn't use them. So what are they gonna do now? They're gonna do that. Well... Still getting rid of that. Yeah, I should have like played out the Parish Blade trainee or something there. I don't know. Because now they can still get rid of our specimen if they want, which, yep, that's what they want to do. And that gets exiled. I wanted to exile something else as well, but opponent kind of saw through that. An opponent knew that we had so many things. Well, okay, you don't have. Here's a lethal attacker. Let's just go with that. Not doing that. Here's a lethal attacker. You know, you need an answer to it. Which they might already have. They already have, like, a pyre spawn or something. Or a lacerate flesh. Yep. I don't know that I want to get rid of the Parish Blade trainee. We're kind of just putting the pressure on them at the moment. I mean, everybody has tons of blood tokens. I have a Fierce Retribution. No more Olivia's silliness, please. Okay, that is a card you can have. Use the exploit! Why, they didn't go for that. Yeah, they've got like multiple Rot Tides, and I can crack this. See if we get like a Griff Rider or something. You know, ride over. Well, that is significantly less good. I'm still gonna go for this. Pointed discussion. I'm not going to play that right now. I was be like, I don't have anything, opponent. Our opponent also looking for more fuel. It's going to be whoever finds more first. Maybe I would have kind of liked a Shield Basher here. Oh, by the way, I have more fuel. Opponent wants to play a bunch of big creatures, I'll play a bunch of... Oh, here we go. Okay, let's draw... Nothing helpful. How did I know I was going to get Bleed Dry off Blood Token and not? Well, we're going to have to block here. Just chump block. Doom Dissenter. That's a good creature to have. But this is not a fantastic board state. My cards don't do anything, except their removal. Oh, they might exile something from our group. I have no graveyard synergies, so I don't really care. Our opponent doesn't know that, but I do. And that's what matters most, right? I was gonna say, are you not going to attack me for lethal? I mean, I was gonna do this anyways. Fortunately, it also exiles the creature, so that means it's not dying, so it's not dealing 3 damage. And I have a blocker now for their Doomed Dissenter. But they probably have... I've seen multiple Lacerate Fleshes in their deck, so they probably have one of those. But I can't sit here and just get poked to death by this little dork. And we'll pretend we still have a Fierce Retribution. And our opponent has... Oh, they're going to exile something from our grave. That's fine. And our opponent has... What do I have that can generate blood tokens? Someone has a Sure Strike. It's either Sure Strike or a Braid. If it's Sure Strike, we just lose if we don't block. If it's a Braid, they just kill our wedding security. Do you have Sure Strike? They have it. Darn it! We needed to block there to survive, but it would have been a really awful block and we probably would have lost anyways. That was close. I told you this was going to be kind of a grindy deck when we had all this removal. Are there changes to the deck I want to make? I mean, I could put the Rot Tide in. I like that it's more survivable than the Shield Basher. Yeah, let's just keep it like that for our main deck, I think. Oh, the Unholy Efficient. Would that be better than the Perish Blade Trainee? Or better than the Archghoul? Because if I had gotten like a late Efficient, I could have been putting a couple counters on it. Well, it wouldn't have been awful. Yeah, let's keep the deck as is. There are still a few cards in that whole match we never even got to draw or see. The Violin Monster. Well, violins scare me. Not as much as a one-mana hand does, though. I guess this can be keepable. But we really need one of our 9 swamps. I repeat, 9 swamps. Game. I have a knife. Restless Blood. Oh gosh. Oh, here we go. Do you have an Adamant Will to go with all this? Any land we get, we can play something. Get that out of here. Or do you have an adamant will? Okay. No adamant will. This is just a, oh, jeez. The courier bat. That's my courier bat. And I have no mana. I already had a mulligan down to 6 on this. This is why I almost just want to be on the draw. I was on the draw for this. Was I? Yeah, I was on the draw for this. Really? I mean, they don't have a quick kill. If I get land, I can buy invitation only. And wipe this... Well, it is kind of a quick kill now. Yeah, I'm just dead in the air. Because I'm not going to get anything. No opponent. That was not a good game. That was a I got stuck on 2 lands. I don't get to do anything game. Parish Blade Trainee, I feel, is unimpressive here. Let's go with Vampire Slayer. And we'll run it back like that. Opponent didn't get to see much from us. But I mean, they curved out perfectly. And we were stuck on 2 lands. Hey look, we're not going to be stuck on 2 lands this time. Unholy Efficient. Yeah, I've seen that card before. It matches up really well against our 2-drop, because of course it does. I'm going to play the Kindly Ancestor next, though. Wedding Invitation. I don't want to be invited to your stupid wedding. I'm going to go ahead and not block that. Can't profitably attack into this. This really is a violent monster. Markov Purifier. Well, I have your lifelink stuff that you need. Oh look, we're stuck on 3 lands this time. I dare you to give that thing unblockable to try and draw a card. I dare you. I said they were missing lifelink stuff. This thing has lifelink. That's my Markov Purifier. Okay, what do you have, opponent? You've got a whole bunch of cards. You've got to be kidding me. Oh hey, I have land. I have Bleed Dry available. Let's just sit here. If they attack with both purifiers, I could potentially kill them. Well, I mean, I could Fierce Retribution both of them, but I feel I'm going to be playing Bleed Dry this turn. But if they go attacking with one of the... If they go attacking with one of the Purifiers, I'm going to Fierce Retribution it. If they attack with both Purifiers, I can double block... Ah, crap. Okay, things are going to be dying here. 2, 3, 4s. I mean, I could double block. They could only kill one of these. So maybe... Well, they still don't want to do that. Huh. Huh. Well, let's get rid of one of these guys. Because I've looked at their faces long enough. Ragged Recluse. I don't have blood tokens right now. And there's a chance we need to, we're stuck on 4 lands this time. There's a chance we need to double Fierce Retribution here. If I double block... Oh, if I double block it... Well, I do kill him, and he only kills one of my things. Let's kill the Quartermaster. And I wonder which of these he would kill. Probably the Kindly Ancestor. I don't like that. Stop that. Didn't want to have to use 2 Fierce Retributions on one thing. What's funny is if they have an Adamant Will right now, it won't actually, they won't get any effect from the Undying Malice. Okay. Again, maybe I should have killed the Purifier. Because now they can start drawing cards off this, and I can't do anything about it. Oh, well, that's a card. Don't really need to attack here. Opponent can put a token on that thing. I could double block to kill it. Well, that doesn't seem good. Yeah, nothing seems good at this point. So why not? I'd actually like to just draw land for my next 2 drops so I could play Wedding Security, then Grisly Ritual, and start drawing some cards of my own. Do you have a Piercing Light to play at the end of the damage step? Or a Gift of Fang. Okay, that works too. I understand. Oh, jeez. Of course, the Quartermaster and that guy. Yep, and they still can get an unblockable attack in. Well, I have a Gluttonous Guest. And there's a Heron of Hope. And they can still just come in with that, and I can't even stop them from drawing a card. I can at least stop some of the damage. But, yeah. They have the draw engine that we needed to have. Oh, you're late. I have nothing I can really do here. Kind of downfall that purifier. But I want to see... I want to see what they're putting counters on here. Although they're still going to kill us with a horde of flyers. And I can't do anything about it. Yep, I can't do anything about it. And I'm dead next turn. Because they've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the air coming at me. They could also sack that, and I'm stuck. I'm dead on 4 lands. That was terrible. I mean, it's not like we don't have a decent deck, but it's kind of the same issue we always have. Is like everybody has a decent deck, but we have tons of removal. It's just not good enough, apparently. Littlefoot. Oh, I like those movies. I guess we'll play first so we can get mana screwed sooner. I just need to hit land, land. I mean, this probably isn't the most ideal opening hand, but we have a 2-drop. If we get one more land, we get a 3-drop. We have a couple draws to hit it, and then our double bleed dries can come online. Or we just do this. Really? We're gonna get mana screwed. I could have trained the guy, but I would have ran something into the steel-clad spirit. Oh, yay, Binding Geist. That's what I like seeing. Someone has a Piercing Light. You can't really play around it, so go ahead, play your Piercing Light. Yup. Oh, hey, there we go. I could still just draw 3 lands in a row and I'd be fine. But dude, my entire hand is removal. Oh, sure, why not? And now you just do a whole bunch of damage to us. Point of discussion. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if they can attack with everything, but again, what am I going to do? Sit here and... I feel like I need to use this. And we're going to pitch the Grizzly Ritual, I think. Make sure we get lands, and so that's going to flip. So something could block the... We're probably going to lower this thing so this can block, or we won't get a life gain engine going. Well, that's okay. I have by invitation only coming next turn. Oh, I will make this trade all day. Cradle of Safety, that's fine. We're going to keep that on top, because I don't mind drawing that. I mean, if I'm going to play... I don't really need to play by invitation only right here. I'd be happy playing Bleed Dry. We'll probably want to make this trade. Before they get, like, counter spells or another card draw or something, let's do this. Just get that out of here. Next turn I can play the Heron Blessed Geist. Screaming Swarm, okay. Next turn I can play Bleed Dry. Oh, you milled my, my thing. Yep, you're up against a double Bleed Dry deck that has not won a match yet. Whispering Wizard. I think I can play the... I'll play the Geist. If they want to attack and try to trade, I can Fierce Retribution. Is all that necessary, opponent? Oh, they do want to try and trade. Well, what do I do now? I think we... Because they can pump something if that stuff dies. I think we can trade. I still have a Fierce Retribution. 3, 4, 5... Yeah, let's do this and get rid of all this. And keep the other things in my hand for blood tokens. Kind of sad we got rid of the Grizzly Ritual. That's fine. Ragged Recluse. I can give it Life Link. I don't really want to give it Life Link. I could give it Life Link and do the Heron Blast, but they can... They're gonna pump that thing. So when they do, we'll Fierce Retribution. Well, we'll do it when they attack. Plus, I don't want to give Lifelink to a 0/1. You know, it's just not the best thing. Traveling Minister. This is dumb. I don't want to give lifelink to his... at least I can tap and... Oh, yeah, you have your Heracles, Geist. Well, that's bad. Now I, like, have to do this. So I can activate this. Otherwise, I'm just going to be dead too soon. Oh, a Shield Basher. Yeah, that's what I want to see you play. There's an infantry. Nothing lets me attack here. I'm surprised they didn't go attacking with the Geist. Okay, now they are. Yeah, you got plenty of mana for that thing. Well... This'll do better on anything else besides this. Problem is that's going to be bashing me in... Ooh. Hi there. Let's see, I can put this on... I can put this on a flyer, or I can put this on the lifelinker. Or I could also just wait. And put it on that and make one big creature? I don't like that. Let's put it on a lifelinker. Just put everything on it. This looks so silly. But hey, it means I gain 4 life a turn. And that does more damage, so we'll block that. I could use more removal. I could always use more removal. That's just the kind of format this is. An opponent conceded there even though they were going to punch through that board in a few turns? Okay. I think I need my own Shield Basher. Probably instead of, I don't know, we never see this knife either. But Grizzly Ritual would be good. Oh, Sanctify is good to bring in. Can get rid of a pesky enchantment. I just don't know what to take out of this deck. Maybe... Yeah, because they are running Piercing Light, so let's not bring that in. Maybe the Rot Tide isn't going to be as good because they'll have things that make 1/1 spirits. So I don't think that's quite going to be as good here. It'd be good as a card to punch them, though. As opposed to the Gluttonous Guest. Which doesn't really punch anything, doesn't really train anything. It could provide a blood token for these guys, though, which is why I want to keep it. But the 3/2 can... Our Archghoul can trade at least with a Binding Geist or their steel-clad spirit. Okay, sure. We've got by invitation only. Well, that's all we need, right? Well, we could use some more lands. Oh. Alrighty. Another one of those. Because why not? I'm not blocking that. I'm not blocking any of those. Not when I've got a 1/3 that can block it. And I've got by invitation only after that. So you can just keep going ahead with those guys. Of course, if they attack when I've got the Innocent Traveler here, I know what they're gonna be up to. But then again, we'd be putting more pressure on the Binding Geist. There it is. Alright, let's play this. Let's see if we can stop some of the silliness. I will trade the Ragged Recluse for the Binding Geist if they want to do that. Or if they want to do that. That's fine too. I'll block there. We'll see if they have the Piercing Light. Just kind of make them have it. It's fine if they do. It seems like they don't. Now, do they want me to have a 5-power thing? I mean, yeah, I'll take a 5-power thing. They had nothing for that? Okay. Well, we'll just hold up the Hero's Downfall. Maybe I'll use it on the Geist, but then they can lower our Malicious Invader here. Our opponent seems to be stuck on 3 lands, which is not going to be super helpful for them. Though this is becoming a little bit of a racing situation. I don't really want to Grizzly Ritual one of those things away either. But I don't want to just keep taking 4 damage here, because that's not going to work. I think we need to be the aggressor here and be like focused on turning things into threats. Cradle of Safety, that's fine. That's actually even better. Because it means they're not going to be binding this guy next turn. And I can... Oh! It's even better than Grizzly Ritual here. I can just Bleed Dry it. I don't have to worry about it doing that silliness. And 5/3 coming in. Yeah, they still have a human, so I still kind of want them to have a human. Okay, play... Yeah, that's fine. I'll Grizzly Ritual that. I kind of hoped I draw another land here, because then I can flip this. Well, this is the I'm getting everything I want. And I'm going to do this. So this can become a 3/3, and that thing can stop attacking me. And we have lethal in the air next turn. Unless they do attack me and we block and kill it. Okay, we do not have lethal in the air next turn. How do I do this? I feel there's a win here. I just couldn't tell you where it is. Okay, so do I play the rot tile? Well, actually, why don't we do this? Maybe we'll get more removal. Maybe that's where our win is. Okay, here's our win. Here's our win. So we do this for 2. They sack both their things. I sack my nothing and kill them. Well, you know what I mean. You saw what I did. That's how you win that. Okay, well, we finally got one match win out of this. Out of this mess, I felt we had a really decent deck. Oh, we did get 20 gems from by invitation only. You know, I mean, maybe the creatures could have had a bit more synergy with each other, but we had so much like removal and control and card draw and blood tokens. It was just, you know, another case of, you know, opponents having better decks or better draws, and yeah, that's kind of how that went. And unfortunately, for only getting 1 win out of 3, we only get 1 pack. We don't even get any gems. So the losses are much more punishing. I mean, obviously, winning 3 matches is much more rewarding, but yeah, that's just kind of how this one went. So now we need a 3 out of 3 match wins to kind of make up for that. What do you have packs to open? I'm gonna open Crimson Vow first, because I've gotten rare and mythic wild cards from packs recently. Not that it means you won't get one like back to back here.
Fight me as hard as you can, because I'm real stubborn.
Well, there's a mythic. But I really don't care for alchemy here. Yeah, and they're even like adjusting the alchemy cards. I think they just adjusted the text on like 18 more alchemy cards. Like, how can you keep track of what these cards actually do if they're changing all the time? That's why I don't like the concept of the cards changing. Colossal Plow is in this thing's spellbook. Oh, if a card was exiled, that player drafts... Oh, that player gets one of these cards. This seems like junk. Like... 2 or greater in their hand, so if you play it on your opponent, you get to get rid of one of their cards, but then you still give them a card in return. There's other ways you can do that in Standard without having to give your opponent another card. Granted, a lot of those cards aren't really amazing, but they could still have an impact on the game, as opposed to not giving them a card at all. 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Choose a creature card in your hand. It perpetually gains +3/+0. Didn't we just see like these 2 exact uncommon? Whatever. Divine Purge. Isn't that one of the cards that they're changing? Or that they just adjusted? I don't know. I'm not into alchemy. So with that, I will see you guys next time.